Hi. So, for me, to be honest, about what it is for me to be a seamstress, a fashion designer, a aspiring entrepreneur for most of my life. I'm getting ready right now for a expo. It's not a fashion expo per se. It's the Curls, Kinks, and Culture expo that's going to be happening in New Orleans actually next weekend, July 7th of 2018. I'll be there, and I'll be showcasing my talent, my skills. I like to make this top. I call it the butterfly vest, and it's really cute. But I'm really getting on here to express something else. Being scared, being afraid, having boohoo tears, and being extremely nervous, and just like about to literally forfeit everything that I've been planning to do this for the last 2-3 weeks, I guess you could say. I was bawling in tears yesterday, because everything began to kind of like fall apart for me. I didn't have a lot of the things in place that I needed, and I knew I was planning for it, but it's just like, how can I have time to do it? I have a full-time job on top of this dream that I have, and my goal of making clothes for people since I learned how to sew when I was 7, so I've been sewing forever. But I was afraid. I was scared. I was super. I was in tears. I had the big boo-boo tears following like the ugly face, and just crying out to God, like, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to make it. I don't understand. I've been trying. I've been planning. I've been sewing, and I can't get it all done. And I feel like, because I missed my own personal deadline, which was yesterday, Friday. Today's Saturday. And I wanted everything done, and it just didn't happen. Like, I'm nowhere near close being done. But I decided that I was going to persevere, even when I was weary. Earlier last week, I was kind of just like scared, nervous. And okay, so I'm in my sewing room, and as you can see, it's a debacle. It's a mess. It's ugly. It's not together. It's not something that I want anybody to come visit. I don't even want Jesus to come visit, but I know I've been calling on him all day, like, help me. Because that's funny face, but I was in here just crying at the sewing machine, because it kept messing up. The serger is covered up because it completely I don't have nothing to say to the serger right now. And on top of that, I have nothing to say to my car, because it's sitting. It's just sitting. It literally stopped in the middle of the road on me yesterday. Like, I'm not joking. I'm driving down the road, and it was just like, and I quickly hurried up and turned the corner, like, what's wrong with you? It was just like, it was emotional, and it said, I don't care that you have somewhere to go. I'm stopping. And it stopped where I didn't want it to stop. And then I'm like, I'm yelling at my car. And then, one thing is that far off, way down, about 3 blocks, I seen this red truck, and I said, I pray that is a tow truck. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, that's a tow truck. It has to be. And I'm like, thank you, Lord, that there's a tow truck. And he came closer and closer. I could tell he was probably debating, like, am I going to stop or no? But I flagged him, and I'm like, hey, I'm just down the street. Can you push me there? And, I could tell he was like super tired. So he must have been on his way home. But I thank God for that tow truck, man, because other than that, my car would have been sitting where I didn't want it to sit. But it's just sitting in the driveway, and it ruined a lot of my plans. Like, I had planned to go to this event with the artist Doreen that created all the jewelry for Black Panther. So, you know, like, I so wanted to go see her. I still have the postcard here. Oh, wrong way. But, yep, this was her, and that's Doreen. I really, really, really wanted to meet her, but it's okay. There'll be another opportunity someday. Soon. Let's pray. But, this is a long, but, so, I've been working on, my goal is these 44 butterfly vests that I like to make and wear. Although my sewing room looks like a debacle, hot mess, it actually is chaotically organized. So these are the pieces that are on the verge of being completely, like, done once I sew the fronts to the backs and attach the sash, well, I don't know, sash ties, whatever. But yeah, those are pretty much done. And this little pile here, don't look at everything else, but this pile here is basically done. And I know it looks worse than what it is. It's really not that bad. It just looks like it's bad on camera. And behind me is everything that has to, like, get done. And when I say they have to get done, I mean, like, all of this is stacks of butterfly tops. Those are stacks of butterfly tops. Stacks. Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. Stacks on deck, but it's fabric. That's stacks on deck. But I just wanted to just have a moment of, like, just honesty, of being real, of what it's like when you're preparing for something and your honest, real emotions. Being afraid, being scared, being super nervous, not knowing what to do, having 1,000 ideas run through your brain, and your brain is on like 50 million thousand, and then when things start breaking and malfunctioning, and then when you have your own set of deadlines, like, see, that right there is my deadlines. Like, it has the stuff. But, I mean, that's not the full one, because the real one's in a notebook in the folder up front somewhere right now. But this is like real moments, actually in the midst of doing something, and I want to add this so bad to one of them. Like, I just love this. But I only have a yard. Like, when I bought this, why did I only buy one? It must have only been one, because had it been, like, more, ooh, honey child, what? But yes, I guess my point is to say you have to know that you will persevere. I learned that from one of my teachers, Miss McKinney. She called me one day when I was in the midst of, like, a trial, a valley moment, a low time, an undesirable experience, should we say, when you want everything to be just right, happy, easy peasy, peachy. And she said to me, you have to know that you will persevere. And I have kept that saying from her ever since. I've never forgotten it. And no matter what type of situation, whether it is something for aspiration, dreams, vision, business, school, work, family, home, life, my heart's desire, I have to know that I will persevere. So, like, this is me absolutely just, I've been in here all day. I got up at like 7:30. Oh, my feather, look at this shiggity, done fell apart. I don't know if I can put this on there. I forgot what we were talking about. Or what I was talking about. I like this little feathery thing. It's so cute. But yeah, persevering, getting past your fears, encouraging yourself. That's something I learned in this last, like, week. I mean, a lot of people say, encourage yourself. You have to encourage yourself in the Lord. And, you know, when you're going through hard times or whatever, even when you just, like, having a moment, you have to encourage yourself. So I really have been encouraging myself, whether it be I'm like, you can do this, you will get this, you are on your way, you're further along than you think, you're powerful than you think you are, you have the skills, you can make this, you can accomplish this, you can finish this, you still have time, and I also was just like, you know, Jesus help me, because I was so nervous, so scared, and I'm just like, God, and I'm like, you know, the joy of the Lord is my strength. The joy of the Lord is my strength. And then I said, you know, I need to go look up what the meaning of the joy of the Lord is my strength is. So I'm like, what is the joy of the Lord? So that I know that that's my strength. I still need to go look it up because I didn't. But I said it. And, you know, I try to just, you know, and keep myself going, keep encouraging myself because I need to. This feather is so light and so pretty. I really, really like it. I want to add this to this one top I have over here. I gotta figure out how I can incorporate this because it's so pretty. It's like those furry little thingies, those little cricket characters they have on TV. I love those little things. They are so adorable, so cute. But let me get back to sewing. Actually, I'm going to take a 10-minute break because this machine has been on for quite some time, like too long of a time. Yeah, so like whenever you're sewing a project and you're on it for a long time, you have to turn your machine off. Like, see, machine on, we turn the machine off. And we taking a break. And we gonna let the machine have a moment to just chill. Because it's hot. And you don't, if this machine break on me now, oh, Jesus, gonna be knowing, I'm gonna be calling Jesus. I'm gonna be like, God, where you at? Because this morning, I was trying to just like really have a moment, you know, and just have a quiet moment, talk to God. But when I say I broke down in tears this morning because yesterday was a mess and I didn't get what I wanted done. I knew my deadline for myself had come and I didn't achieve it as I had hoped for. But you have to continue on. You have to persevere. You have to press towards the mark. And don't give up. You know, never give up on yourself. Never lose sight or hope. You are innately built to persevere from the moment you were born on this earth. I told a friend of mine not too long ago that you got to think about, nobody has to tell a baby to do much of anything. They just begin to roll over. They begin to crawl. And we think that it's just based on instinct. So if it is, that means it's instinctual for you to persevere, to strive, to go forward, to keep going, to not give up. It's not, you know, I need this, that, or the third, because that's why it's good to hang out with older people, you know, some old folks with some good sound wisdom. And then it's good to hang out with, you know, some kids sometimes, you know, take time to encourage them and guide them in the right direction so that they don't make the same, you know, tell them about the mistakes you made so that they don't have to make the same mistakes, you know, at least not unless they just decide to do it by choice, because, you know, it's like, here's a fair warning for you, take it from me with my experience. But like when you hang out with kids and you just enjoy their time, my grandmother used to say, when it comes to kids, you have to bring yourself down to their level. Because where they see at, you've long surpassed it, but you need to come back down to where their level is at. Because you'll begin to understand some stuff that you've kind of forgotten about. But I just say that to say, you know, when you're scared, when you're nervous, when you have your breaking moment, when you have your moment of like, I should just give up and walk away from it all, that moment where you say, this this isn't worth it. You need to reverse those words and say it is worth it. Because you're going to thank yourself later that you did persevere, that you did go through, that you did strive, no matter what the outcome may be. Because, like, I'm doing this with a goal in mind to do more than what I did for other expos where I wanted people just to know that I existed. This time around, I have a different goal beyond just people knowing I exist, and I can make you a custom-made, beautiful gown, which I'll show you guys my beautiful gowns that I've made for myself, and you know, the pictures of clients that I've done before. I've done entire wedding parties. I like to just make things. I like to make clothes. My mind just continues to want to create something on top of something, on top of something, on top of something. That's why I have a big old bucket over there of stuff that's like unfinished slightly, because my brain was just going. And you just have to have time to like say, I'm going to finish this project, which this right here is a huge project. It's like, I feel that this project I'm taking on right now is a defining one for me, a very huge defining one, because it's completely out of my comfort zone. It's going to be in a whole nother arena that I'm not accustomed to, that I'm not familiar with, because I've never done it in such an expansive way. So I do have high hopes, because my goal is lofty, 44 tops in 3 weeks or less. And to be honest, I didn't start cutting anything out until Friday last week. So the 22nd or 23rd is when I started cutting stuff out. I didn't start sewing anything really until Monday. And that's partially my fault, because I was a little nervous. I was a little unsure. I had to figure it out. I had to map out all the logistics that I thought I knew to map out. And then everything kept evolving as I was making it. And I'm like, I've made this top, and why is it having me have such a hard time with it? Why is it giving me the flux? Why are the machines giving me a flux? I'm fortunate where I was fortunate enough to find a job in my field of, it's a dying art. If you find somebody that knows how to sew and knows how to actually sew good, this is a dying art. I mean, even, there's a lot of dying arts. It's not just my field. I mean, if you wanted to know how to make the golden hair pork that goes on top of food in like a lot of Asian countries, that's a dying art. Like, it's beautiful and it tastes so good. If you can find it, like, put it on top of your eggs. If you have a dinner party for something, or hors d'oeuvres, you just sprinkle a little bit on it, and it's just like, what is this gold stuff? It's so pretty, but it's a dying art. And if you can find somebody now in the Asian countries that know how to make it, it's a wonder. So, like, take it in and harness it, and don't forget how to do it. Even when it comes to some of the arts of like judo and all the martial arts, some of the things about it is becoming a dying art. It truly, I mean, there's a lot of people that still do it, but they're slowly becoming a dying art, unfortunately. So if you know something that's a dying art, like, hold on to it. So for me to be able to find a job in my field was actually shocking to me. I couldn't believe that it was actually available. So I just say that because I was able to take my stuff I have at home to do and, take some time on my break and, sew a couple pieces together to try and make my progress work better. Because I tell you, Wednesday, I was falling apart Wednesday, because I was like, it's Wednesday, and my deadline for myself is on Friday, and Saturday I want to do photo shoots, and Saturday is today, and I didn't do a photo shoot today of anything I have. I mean, I took a couple pictures, but it's not a photo shoot. It's not anything I want to put out there. And then I'm just like frantic, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. God help me. I'm not making it right now. And Fortunately enough, Thursday, I was ready. I was in tears. I mean, I was like, how am I ever going to get this done? I did not see the end of the tunnel. I did not see the light. I did not see it at all. Nothing. Like, I'm just like, I just see cut fabric and nothing completed. Like, what am I going to do? I'm like, I don't even have, my flight ready yet. I'm like, I got reservations for a hotel, but I have no flight. And I'm like, God, I need a good price. And thank the Lord I got a flight that was under $300. And, I mean, I'm scared and nervous at the same time. But then I just began to encourage myself and keep encouraging myself over and over and over and over and over and over. And when those moments of doubt came and crept in my mind, like, oh, this is not working, it's sucking, the time is going by and I'm not where I need to be yet, I just said, nope, I have time, I will get done. I see myself at this expo doing a wonderful job, succeeding, getting where I need to get, meeting the people I need to meet, and not being fearful. You have to keep pressing fear. You have to keep pressing fear with positive stuff. And that's what I've been doing. And I'm not going to stop. And I keep thanking God for how far I've gotten, because it was not looking like this earlier this week. Earlier today, I was crying, sad, tears all in my eyes. My face was drenched in tears because I was that scared. I was that just in disbelief that I wasn't where I wanted to be, and I didn't want it to be this way. I'm like, it's not working out. But I kept encouraging myself. I kept going because I'm like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to strive. I'm going to go beyond this moment, and I'm going to get where I want to get no matter what. So I just want an authentic moment because I'm tired. It's like, I think 10:30, about to be 11 in a minute. But I've been at this thing. I've been at it. My hair, I mean, I got up and I got dressed today, but it's hot and it's humid and I've been sweating, and, the sun's finally gone down and it's cooling for the night, but, whoa, I'm going to tell you, I was sweating like a pig. In here. But I'm good now. I'm going to take a break. My machine is cooling down. It's not as hot as it was, which is good. So, and I have my fun little feather. I got my fun little feather. Got my feather. So, I'm going to take a break and chill. And I'm going to come back and do this. And since it's Saturday and I don't have a working car, no way. Wherever I'm going to go, I got to Uber anyways. I'm going to come back to this, and I'm going to sew until all 16 tops on that ironing board are completed. So when all 16 of those tops are done, I will lay myself down, and prayerfully, it's, I expect 5 a.m. just because, I mean, if I had a customer, see, I'm sleepy. If I had a customer and they wanted, something, and not that I do rush orders. If I had a customer and I knew that I had a personal deadline, like for every time someone gets something made by me, my deadline is before the actual deadline that they are supposed to get their garment. Like, I've learned. I've been sewing since I was 7. I've watched my mother sew. I've watched my aunt sew. And, yeah. Do not put yourself in a crunch when you have customers. Don't do that to them. It's not fair. Now, on the other hand, for myself, I'm putting my own self under a crunch because I'm trying to do something for myself, for me. I'm trying to do this for YZ. I'm trying to get something. What am I trying to get? It's a very good question. Beyond where I've been. I want to get beyond where I've been. That's the goal. Beyond where I've been. Like, when I think back of what it was that I wanted as a goal for myself to do, when it comes to, let me close this cabinet. When it comes to my goal for why I decided to do fashion, why I wanted to be a designer. I think I'm slightly dehydrated. I had a banging headache earlier. Probably half of it was from crying. But when I think back to when I was younger and I said I want to design clothes and I want to have a fashion line and everything like that, there came a point when I learned, probably in my late teens or something. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But I learned about this. There's a thing in the fashion industry called, well, I can't remember what it's called, but when you get recognized by the fashion industry, whether it be you are officially, not you just decided to call yourself haute couture, but like you were literally recognized by the organization and them telling you, like, you are now couture. Like, not that you need somebody to validate you, but it's just nice to know that you've checked off the marks. That it's like, okay, yes, you've done great quality work, but now you've done something that makes it couture. Now you've done what makes it haute couture, and it's not just clothes anymore. It's not just fashion. It's not just trendy, but it's actually, what it is. And that's really my real goal, to go over to Europe and like do fashion stuff there. I've been to Thailand and I've seen the fashion industry in Thailand, and it's super interesting. It's very different. And I am making one of my butterfly vests out of some Thai silk material. This here is Thai silk, and it's super rich, so pretty. And this is silk organza. I'm going to use that for the back. I'm going to double line it with the silk organza. It's such a nice, rich color, and if you're able to come to the expo, you'll be able to see it in person and touch it. And then I have another piece of Thai silk that I'm going to use to do a mixture of Thai silk with African prints addition added to it. And I know it's going to be really, really nice when it's seen together. Those are the only two silk pieces that I'm going to be using this time around. But actually, I'm going to use some silk. I'm not using that purple silk. I don't know. I might use this Indian purple silk. I got fabric from all over. When I hear somebody's going somewhere and I know that I want them to come back with some fabric, I'll be like, hey, when you go to the store, make sure you bring me back some fabric. Please. But, yeah, my goal is to to go over there to get that recognition of being couture. And I'm going to get there. I am. I will. And I remember one of my teachers, Miss Angela, she had saw me one time. I was out and about. And she said, are you still designing? And I was like, yeah, so pretty much, just not as much as I would like to. And she said, don't give up, no matter how long it takes you. Don't give up. And she said it to me while in the elevator. I don't remember where it was at. I think it was, I don't know, was that at school for something? But she wasn't my teacher anymore. I don't know. I don't remember. It was something. But, yeah, that's my goal. Hopefully the next time you guys see my sewing room, it's not a debacle, because this is a hot mess. It's like, as people say, it's controlled chaos. Chaos is chaos. But I have a system here. It looks messier than what it actually is. It's just because they're not sewn together yet. Once they're sewn together, it'll look normal, and all this fabric's gonna disappear because they won't be there anymore. I'm so sleepy and tired. I'm gonna get me some orange juice. I'll probably get me some cookies. Man, my lips really need to drink some water. It was so hot today. But I'm ready. I'm going to do this. 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 I'm sweating so much. But this is the real grind. This is the real hustle. This is the, I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to push myself. But I'm going to take breaks as I push myself, because ain't nobody trying to have to go have a nervous breakdown, because I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I'm going to sit my tail down. But I'm just not going to procrastinate when I do my sitting down. I'm going to still make sure I'm moving forward. Now, this is one piece that I'm excited to have that I'm going to take with me. But I will not be selling them. You can order it, but I won't be selling it. The reason I won't be selling it is because this is a custom piece. And I call it my tulle and leopard skirt. I'm actually going to have it for people to, I'm gonna pick, I think I'm gonna pick 2 people. I'm gonna pick 2 people, maybe 3, when they come to my vendor booth at the Curls, Kinks, and Culture Expo. I'm going to have them, you know, you can enter the drawing so that you can win. And I'm going to pick 2 people, possibly 3 people, to win that skirt. And I think people are going to really like, because it's so cute on. And like the leopard skirt is real fitted, and it's like, hey, and then the tulle on top of it. And if you have the right shoes with it, and the belt, you can't see the belt because the belt's not on it. I didn't stitch the belt down yet, but the belt is going to be bedazzled, or, you know, but see, my bedazzle is Swarovski, boo-boo. I'm going to use Swarovski crystals, period, point blank.